Hey dear students, in this video we'll be discussing about HTML. So this video is an introduction to HTML where we'll be discussing some basic concepts of HTML. So for shopping online, you might have often visited websites such as Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart and many more. Now this is a screenshot of a web page from Myntra's website that you might have browsed while shopping online. Now this page, single page of a website is known as web page, and let me tell you that many web pages together form a website. Now the question arises, how can we create such web pages? The answer is simple, by using HTML. Now, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, HTML is a tag-based scripting language used to design web pages. Now, second question is, what are tags? You might be confused that HTML is a tag-based language, but what tags actually are? Now, to solve this question, I'm going to tell you that anything that is enclosed with an angular bracket is considered as a tag. And remember that anything might be a text. That text which is recognized is known as tag. So we can say that HTML script is made up of tags. Now here you can see a question, where do we write an HTML script, or which software do we use in order to create a web page? So now you are seeing this text editor here which is used to write an HTML script. Now can you tell me what this text editor is known as? Yes, this text editor is known as Notepad. So at beginner level, at this level, when you are starting to write an HTML program, you will be using Notepad, which is easily available in your computers. Now students, these are the main tags that are used in an HTML program. So the first tag is HTML, then head, then title, then body. And this is the order of the tags that you'll remember. And since HTML is not a case sensitive language, which means you can write it in capital letters also and small letters also. So we can write these tags as HTML in small letters, head in small letters, title in small letters and body in small letters. Now see, throughout the same program you have to use the same case, which means if you've started writing in capital letters, then you'll be writing in capital letters only, and if you've started writing in small letters, you'll be writing in small letters, that is in the smaller case, lower case. Now type of tags that we are going to discuss. First kind of tags is container tags. The second kind is empty tags. Now, container tags are the tags that contain an opening and a closing. So, the basic tags that we learned in the previous slide were the container tags, which means they'll open and close. And you can see for closing, we are using a slash symbol inside the tag. Now, empty tags are the tags that only have an opening, they do not have a closing. You can see we do not have another tag that is closing with a slash symbol. Okay, now let's move forward. Now the basic structure of HTML script is this. You'll start with first tag, that is HTML, then head. Inside head we'll start with title. After writing the title, you close the title tag, close the head tag. After closing the head tag, we'll start with body. Once you've written the text inside the body tag, you're going to close the body tag with a slash, which is missing here, and then you'll end with HTML tag. After this, where is the output displayed? So the output is displayed in the browser. Everyone knows this is Google Chrome. So there are many browsers. Whatever is the default browser of your computer, your output will be displayed there in the web browser. Now, students, once you have written the program in Notepad, what you are going to do is you are going to save it as whatever name you've given it with the extension .html. Remember, save as file name and the extension will be .html. Once you have saved it, the browser is going to display the output or the designed web page. The web page that you have designed will be given out as an output by the browser. Now, let us create our first web page. Now, as you can see here in Notepad, we've written HTML head title. Inside the title, we've written my page, and we've closed the title tag. We've closed the head tag. Then we've started with the body tag. There we have written this is my first web page, closed body tag, and we've closed HTML tag. Now see here we have closed the body tag. Now students, you'll click on file, save as. Once you click on save as, something like this will appear in front of you. And for the file name, as I told you earlier, you'll be writing whatever the name is .html. Here I'm writing it as mypage.html. Once I've written it, I'll be clicking on this save option. And once I click on save button, a web page will be appearing in front of me, and here on my web page, what text do I see? This is my first web page. And let's rewind a little bit and see. This is my first web page, was written between the opening and closing of body tags. Now see this web page. This is cyan in color and has red text with it, which is quite different from the one we have created. So how are we going to create this web page? So we are going to do this with the help of attributes. Now students, HTML attributes provide additional information about HTML elements, and these are used to beautify our web page. We can say that tags would provide a basic structure to an HTML web page, whereas attributes will give you additional features which would help you to beautify your web page and make it more attractive. And one more thing, tags are important for an HTML program structure, whereas attributes are not that important, because without them also our program would work, but to beautify we need attributes. Now the syntax of writing an HTML attribute is inside the angular brackets, write the tag name, and with a space you write the attribute, and further you'll be learning how to write more attributes. Now okay students, this is the basic structure of the web page that we are going to create, which is cyan in color and has red text in it. So we can zoom it a little bit and see. The starting tag here is HTML. After HTML is head. Inside head we've opened title, and the title we've written is my page. We've closed the title tag, we've closed the head tag, and here you can see inside this that we've added an attribute bg color and text. We can see inside the body tag with space we've written bg color equal to cyan, then text equal to red, and we have in bold written that this is my first web page. Now the output that we previously saw, here we can see this is the output, which has cyan background, which is bg color, and the text that we have written is red in color. So this is how it works. Okay, now let's discuss lists in HTML. Now lists are divided into two parts. The first part is ordered list, whereas the second part is unordered list. Now students, ordered list has an order or a numbering, like we can see 1, 2, 3. 1 is books, 2 is pen, 3 is scale. Whereas unordered list does not have numbering in it. It would rather have names in bullets, circles, or discs. Now this is the basic program to create a list here. Now HTML head title we've given. In bold we have written this is my list. Now OL is the beginning of ordered list. So we are telling that the type of list that we are going to create is an ordered list. So the tag that it will start with is OL. And then to write the different elements, we'll be using LI, that stands for list items. So the first pair of LI opening and closing contains fruits, second contains vegetables, third contains books, and once we are done with the whole list, we'll be closing the OL tag along with body and HTML. Now can you guess how this output will look like? Now this is the output. See, this is my list which we had written here in bold, is appearing bold. In title we had written my web page. My page is coming as the title, and the list you can see fruits, vegetables and books is coming in the form of a ordered list. Now I am going to show you a list and you guess what kind of a list is this. Now in this list you have A country, and inside country you have 1 India, 2 Nepal, then B capital, 1 Delhi and Kathmandu. Now let me know what are these lists known as. Thank you students.